First up, if you'd like, you can accept the quest Light's Hope Chapel from an Argent Scout in your capital city. This is not required to start the attunement, but it will point you in the right direction. Either way, you will want to head over to the Light's Hope Chapel in the Eastern Plaguelands. Once there, look for this bounty board to the right of the entrance to the church. Right-click on it, and then accept the quest for Gold and Glory. Next up, you will need to head to Deadwind Pass and go behind the large structure in the south. Once there, walk into the graveyard and look for a deceased adventurer that you can talk to. Right-click on them, complete the quest, and then accept the next quest in the chain called No Ordinary Shadows. After that, simply exit the large dark bubble by walking through the gate at the entrance. Now, you will need to head all the way north along the road in Deadwind Pass to find Agent Keanna at Ariden's camp. Once you arrive, right-click to speak to her, complete the quest, and accept the next quest in the chain, called Seeking Survivors.
Safe travels.
In order to complete the next part of this quest chain, you will want to head down to this Ogre cave in the south of Deadwind Pass. Head into the cave and make your way to the back until you find this cage. Once you get close, it should say Objective Complete. You will then need to speak to the injured adventurer to turn in the quest and accept the next quest in the chain called To the Rescue. Keep in mind, you may need to wait for the NPC to respawn before you can speak to him. However, you can speak to him from outside the cage. We're not done here yet though. You will need to find a cage key in order to free the adventurer and complete the quest. They drop from ogre brutes in this area, so keep defeating them and looting them until you get one. Alternatively, if anyone opens the cage while you are close by and on this portion of the quest, then you will also get credit for it, even if you didn't open the cage yourself. However you end up doing it, once the adventurer is free from the cage, make sure that your quest says Complete, and then you are free to leave the cave. Now, simply head back up to Ariden's camp, where we got the previous quest from. Once there, speak to Harrison Jones to complete the quest and accept the next quest in the chain, called Are You Afraid of the Dark? If you'd like, you can stand here and listen to his story. But either way, once you are ready, simply talk to Agent Keanna again to complete the quest and accept the next quest in the chain called The Hypothesis. In order to complete this quest, you will have to go and obtain 3 unique items from different locations. The first one that we are going to look at is the Ancient Ironwood Branch, which can loot from the Grimroot boss in Demon Fall Canyon. I have also heard that you can get this from the tree boss in Dire Maul, although I have not tested this myself. Either way, be sure to have your Shadowtooth Illusion Ward equipped and head to Demon Fall Canyon in Ashenvale if you'd like to get it here. Simply clear your way through the dungeon, up and to the left, and defeat Grimroot so that you can loot him and obtain the Ancient Ironwood Branch. Next up, I will show you where you can get the Enthusiastic Wisp. It is found here, all the way in the south of Winterspring, at the back of the Darkwhisper Gorge. It is quite a long walk, but if you head south from Everlook, you will eventually find the entrance to the gorge. This area is filled with many high-level elite enemies, so it is probably best to go with a group. But either way, carefully make your way through the gorge. When you get to the back, you will find the Enthusiastic Wisp moving back and forth by a pillar. Simply get close and right-click it as it floats by to loot the required item, at which point you are done with this part of the quest. For the final item, the Flame of Life, you will need to go and loot it from a Dragonkin near the Dragonmaw Gates at Grim Batol in the Wetlands, the location of which you can see here. Again, these are high-level elites, so I would recommend bringing a group, but either way, make your way to this eastern portion of the Wetlands to defeat and loot the Elite Dragonkin until you acquire the Flame of Life. Now that you have all 3 items, it's time to return to Ariden's camp once again to turn in the quest. Speak to Agent Keanna, turn in the quest, accept the next quest titled testing our hypothesis and ensure that you obtain the Enchanted Firebrand. Now, once again, head all the way down to the graveyard behind Karazhan, and once there, enter the Dark Bubble. Right-click the Enchanted Firebrand near the stairs, and it should get rid of the Dark Bubble. After this, as long as the quest says Complete, you can once again make the long trek back to Ariden's camp to turn in the quest. Speak to Keanna one final time, and after completing the quest, you should be able to finally enter the crypts. I hope that this video helped you to complete the attunement for this awesome new dungeon, and I hope that you continue to have fun in the Season of Discoveries Phase 7 and beyond.